Well, hello again, and welcome to Rolynn's Reviews. I came on earlier, and I told you I would return. I am back. Excuse me. Please do me one small favor and hit that little thumb. That is the like button. That tells YouTube that you are enjoying this content, and they may possibly share it out with even more people. And that's, of course, what we want. So I'll give you a few moments to fill the chat room. If you cannot find the little thumb, leave the live, come back and look to your left. You will see it. All right, I have a song for you for today's live. Look at the title. All right. Ooh, a storm is threatening my very life today. If I don't get some shelter, oh yeah, I'm gonna fade away. War, children, it's just a shot away. It's just a shot away. War, children, it's just a shot away. It's just a shot away. Mayor, you got it. Ooh, see the fire is sweeping our very street today. Burns like a red cold carpet. Mad Bull, lost your way. Yes, yes, yes. We know that is the best rock and roll group in the world. The none, the other, the Rolling Stones. Woohoo! All right. The gang is coming all back. That's the Stones from 1969. Let it bleed. All right. Here we go. Also, as you hit that little thumb, if you will also hit the share button if you have Facebook, if you have Truth Social, hey, share the stream out. Bring more people into the chat. That would be absolutely lovely. All right. I'll go ahead and start the roll call. If you would like for me to call your name, all you need to do is say hello. You can send an emoji. Either or is fine with me. And I think this is this spells bad news for the Democrats, among other things that they're experiencing. Oh, Mayor, yes, they are. You know, Charlie Watts, the drummer, he's deceased, but the rest are still kicking. They're in their 80s. Another wonderful secret. How are you doing, love? We are the only generation of Americans that elected a president who is out on bail, was found guilty of felonies, and was found liable for sexual abuse. This is our place in American history. Okay, another wonderful secret. Let's talk about some of the wonderful things that he is doing, because we know a lot of those charges were trumped up charges. They were trying to derail his presidential campaign and get rid of him once and for all. That did not happen. Thank God. Maga Tamara, how are you doing, love? My Girls is here, of course. Florida. Tina is here. Hello. Megan said, I'm back. Yes. Welcome back. Randy Golden Crown, how are you doing, love? Mayor Jeremiah's back. Yes, the gang's all here. We're getting the band back together. I need you, you, you. I need you, you, you. R.I.P. John Belushi. My Girls, all right. Where are we? Jeremiah, I like Country Joe and the Fish, 1968. I feel like, okay, Jeremiah. Okay. Robert, yes. Another for greetings, another wonderful secret. Yes, yes, yes. We welcome everyone to the channel. You know, even if you don't agree with our political views, everyone is allowed to voice their opinion. We just ask that you do not call people names and just be respectful, folks. We're all adults here. Yeah, there's that. Job for nine. Hello, hello. Job for nine. Did you ever contact I forgot who you were going to contact to see if they would come on the show. Jason is back. How you doing, love? Let me know if you made that contact, job or not. I think you were supposed to be contacting the lady here in North Carolina who voted with the conservative Republicans. So let me know if you were able to reach out to her. Look at this article, folks. And again, this spells bad news for the Democrats. We know, right? A lot of people in Chicago voted for the Curry Queen. Well, many did not. Trump says African American ladies are saying, please, President Trump, come to Chicago after DC crime crackdown. So, yes, we know we do have people who are upset that he is there. We know the Democrats do not want the crime to decrease. They need people to continue to live in high crime areas, to continue to live in poverty so that they can remain dependent on their democratic slave masters. Okay? Keep slavery alive. That's the goal. And so we know what this is about. Job for nine, thank you so much for the super chat. A big hello to everyone. I will work on it, Yes, Miss Cunningham. I would love to have her on the show. Okay, I'm sending you some hearts. Thank you so much for your support. So there we are. Miss Rolynn, I'm glad you're doing a show on that. Yes. So President Trump is making plans to expand his crime crackdown. If you were not here earlier, I did a video as soon as they dropped the news. He's going to Chicago. He's going to a total of 19 other crime-infested areas. On Friday, the president told reporters that African American women have been begging him to come to Chicago. Now, every time he tells us things like this, people say this is all make-believe, figments of his imagination, all of these things. I think Chicago will be our next, and we're going to help with New York, said Trump. Donald Trump is making plans to expand his federalized crackdown on crime beyond Washington, D.C. You know I'll be sharing with you. There are many people all over social media saying thank you. And a lot of these people, newsflash, they did not vote for Trump. So again, the Democrats, they have something else to worry about. They do not want crime stopped, right? They don't want their meal ticket, coming out of poverty and coming out of crime-filled, crime-ridden areas. No. Yes, job for nine. Go get it. Yes, promises made, promises kept. Boom. Yes, Tina. Yes. All right. Yes, my girls will all do that. Yes, ma'am. So anyway, on Friday again, the president spoke with reporters inside the Oval Office, where he praised the National Guard and DC police for doing an incredible job as part of his administration's takeover of the nation's capital. After we do this, we'll go on to another location, make it safe. Also, Trump said, Chicago is a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent. That's an understatement. We'll straighten that one out. That will probably be our next one after this. It won't even be tough. The people of Chicago are screaming for us to come. They're wearing red hats just like this one. And then, the people who are now, how you doing, Brent? Hello, thanks for the real news. Oh, no problem, Brent. Welcome to the channel, love. Everyone who's here, we 30 people here, 20 people so far have hit that little thumb, hit that like button. Brent, if you have social media like Facebook and Truth Social, share this stream out, love. Thank you so much. So people are asking for Trump. And the Democrats are saying it's fake news. He's making these things up. No, it's not. All we have to do, if people would just let their fingers do the walking and go onto social media. Those are real people. Those are not Russian bots. That is not AI. Real flesh and blood people. Okay, Trump continued referencing his latest personalized merchandise, a red baseball cap that read, Trump was right about everything. Okay. African-American ladies, beautiful ladies, are saying, President Trump, come to Chicago, please, he said. I did great. And we know Miss Prosperity is one of those ladies. For my new folks here, we've had Miss Prosperity on several times, protesting against that so-called mayor, the city council, all the horrible things that they've done to this American citizens of Chicago. So yes, we support Miss Prosperity and the American patriots who are still there in Chicago fighting. All right, so he said, I did great with the black vote. As you know, they want something to happen. While Trump did increase his support from black voters in the 2024 election as compared to 2020, he only won 20% of the black vote nationally. In Cook County, Illinois, where Chicago is located, he won just over 28%. That's still an uptick when you compare it to other Republican candidates. So, hey, we'll take it. So I think Chicago will be our next. Then we're going to help with New York, Trump said. Trump also praised the success of his D.C. takeover on social media on Friday. Washington, D.C. is safe again, he wrote on Truth Social. The crowds are coming back. The spirit is high, and our D.C. National Guard and police are doing a fantastic job. They're out in force and are not playing games. Boom. If you are enjoying this job that our commander-in-chief is doing, type A1 in the comment section. Hit that little thumb, folks. That is the like button. Yes. As bad as it sounds to say, there were no murders this week for the first time in memory, he continued. Mayor Muriel Bowser must immediately stop giving false and highly inaccurate crime. A complete, hold on, let me, where is it? All right, I'm going to have to close this page out. It just keeps freezing. Including, here we go. Okay. Let me find it again because it froze on me and then it came back. A complete and total federal takeover of the city. Washington, D.C. will soon be great again. Trump announced his D.C. crime crackdown, and I don't need to read all that. We know that. Yeah. So, and then the people, if you weren't here earlier, I shared with you that look at the people who are out there protesting. The people don't even live there in Washington. We know they are paid protesters. We know that. They're paid. So they need to get their checks. They want Trump. They want the National Guard. They want them all to go away. They're not. So, hey, Prosperity, how you doing, love? Trump is on the way. Hold on. Help is on the way. I think in the words of the late, great Whitney Houston, hold on. Help is on the way. And I would definitely not try to sing one of her songs. She would come back and get me. John for 9, thank you for the super chat. Sent you something on Facebook from a Chicago resident. John for 9, thank you. I'm sending you, all right, some hearts. Okay, John for 9, I will most assuredly check that out. Let me share with you, excuse me, since they are saying all of this is made up. People are all over social media, including YouTube, asking him to come. And again, these are people that did not vote for him. This does not bode well for the Democrats. And I love it. Hit that like button, folks. Yes, Trump is fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let your spirit carry me. Yes, he is. He's soaring. A lot of people in Chicago will be jumping for joy to see Brandon Johnson and some of his staff get arrested. I hope to see that on mainstream TV because they would have no choice but to televise it. Okay, Robert. So listen to this. Since Trump is making this up, listen to this.
This will go to another location and we'll make it safe also. We're going to make our country very safe. We're going to make our cities very, very safe. Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent. And we'll straighten that one out probably next. That'll be our next one after this. And it won't even be tough. And the people in Chicago, Mr. Vice President, are screaming for us to come. They're wearing red hats, just like this one, but they're wearing red hats. African-American ladies, beautiful ladies, are saying, please, President Trump, come to Chicago. Please.
We're here in
Okay, thank you so much. So what do you think of, so he's making this up, right? Jeremiah Norris, thank you for your super chat, love. I am sending you some heart. Mayor said, thank God. Yes, yes. I shared your video on X, tagging you on my post. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. Yes, all of you who has Facebook, Truth Social, X, whatever form of social media, share this out. Thank you so much. That is helping to grow the channel. Prosperity said, no fake news here. Prosperity, these black Democratic shills, these puppets, these gatekeepers, they're all saying he's making this up. Black people are not asking him to come. They don't want him there. This is what they're saying. They don't want crime decreasing. They want you trapped in a perpetual cycle of poverty in high crime-ridden areas. Listen to this.
Baltimore City, and we're seeing the same type of crime.
Yeah.
You know, just last month, a 13-year-old boy with 18 prior felony arrests.
Did you hear that, or shall I rewind that? Did everyone hear those stats? And again, I told you, I don't give a care if you're 13. You're out here committing adult crimes. You need to be locked up. Dorian, my mom was saying that Trump, some of these black Democratic shields, oh, he's just scared of black mayors and he doesn't like black people. He's only going to places where black people are in charge. Newsflash, that's where all the problems are. Knocking Futz, how you doing? Many of us have been screaming from neighborhood events. Yet Prosperity, yes, those of you who are new to the Rollins Reviews family, Prosperity lives there in Chicago, in the thick of it. She tells us everything. She's been on the show several times. Yes, Prosperity is definitely our boots on the ground. Yes, sir. Jeremiah, and I'm racist if I say anything they do. Right, Jeremiah? You know they're going to call you racist. You can't win, hun. You know that. Pop in politics is awesome. Yes, I love it. Here we go.
Was charged in a series of.
Let me rewind. You need to hear that again. Listen to this. This is what people are dealing with. People are sick and tired, and they're fed up. I don't care if you're 13 years old and you're out here carjacking and robbing and all these other things. I don't give a care. Lock them up. Now, we have to know. So I've been watching some other content creators. They're complaining. They're violating these black people. How you doing, JD? Grace and peace to you, love. They're violating their civil rights, and these black people need to get attorneys because they're stopping and frisking. They're checking their cars, and they don't have arrest warrants. I'm going to give you the stats. They are arresting a lot of people. Why do you think crime is down? I don't have a problem if I lived in one of those crime-ridden communities. I'm not committing crimes. They asked for my ID. Here it is. I don't have a problem with that. I feel like that is protecting me. At that point, I'm not thinking about, oh, they're violating my right. They may be saving my life by removing the thugs and the bums who are committing these heinous crimes. All right, here we go.
American ladies, beautiful ladies, are saying, please, President Trump, come to Chicago. Please.
We're here in Baltimore City, and we're seeing the same type of crime.
Yeah.
You know, just last month, a 13-year-old boy with 18 prior felony arrests was charged in a series of violent crimes in the city, including attempted carjacking, armed robbery, and assault.
Okay, what are your thoughts on this now? I told you how I feel. We may all have different views. If you're committing adult crimes, you need to be arrested. And I don't mean a slap on the wrist. All of us, our lives are in danger. Thank you for the weather report. Nothing but. So Janine Ramirez, is that who you shared? Someone told me that you just shared something with me. All right, and I will check it out. But that's just where we are at this point. I can't. I cannot. So tell me let me see your thoughts, and then I'll get the video started again. Okay. But yeah, I cannot, here we go. Let me do this. Okay. I cannot in good faith say, well, they're 12, they're 13, and let's just talk to them, put them in this program. Yes, Lord Jammer. No, that's not where I'm my mental at this point. No, ma'am, no, sir. As I told you, Brandon to his black face, I will research, find, and expose you. Miss Prosperity, with her boots on the ground, has been doing that. Yes. Jeremiah, I'd definitely be, hold on, let me get this. I would definitely be punished behind the barn if I did these. Yes. If you're carjacking and assaulting and robbing, yeah, I don't care that you're 12 and 13. Lock them up. Here we go.
Investigators say there were several armed carjackings and robberies, a string of incidents, including on at least 2 days in July. Tonight, news of an arrest of 13-year-old boy charged with carjacking, robbery, assault.
Okay, look at this. Tell me in the comment section. Yes, Jason, they let it go too far, like Los Angeles in the 80s and 90s with reduced sentencing. Yes, they did. Prosperity, we have over 300 plus videos exposing the facts and this mess going on. No fear here. Yes, Prosperity drops she drops the truth bombs all the time. She exposes everything. Thank God for our boots on the ground. Yes, Mayor, he is running it into the ground. This is for all of us. We are all doing something in different ways. The bottom line is to get the world's attention to this matter that we're not bleeping around. Boom. Here we go.
And several other offenses. Police say when the boy was arrested, he was wearing a home ankle monitor. The suspect, apparently already under the supervision of the Department of Juvenile Services. A young offender, police say, with 18 previous felony arrests.
I'm pausing that. I want you to read that for yourself and try to digest it. Then tell me, I'll just send them to juvie for a few months. Tell me, how you doing, Nick? Tell me what your thoughts are on this. 13 years. Look at this. 13 with 18 prior. Serious, not misdemeanors. Felonies. MAGA. I was so strict with my kids. I don't understand how these kids get away with this stuff. I knew what my kids were doing at all times because they didn't go anywhere. MAGA, you were safe. Robert said arrest Jesse Jackson's entourage. Prosperity Citizen Kane is coming straight in on the mayor since he gets to be at the press conference. Yes, Citizen Kane was here earlier, if I'm not mistaken. Jeremiah, these actions are because of their soft homes. Parents are being weak in punishment. And not all, but most of these are coming from single parent homes. We know the spiel. Yeah. Hey, job for 9. Yes. 13 years old, 18 prior felonies. Right. That's why they're doing it. Because nothing happens. They arrest them, take them to the station, and release them, and they just go back home. No, ma'am, no, sir. Tina, if he even knows where his father is, his mother's probably out in the street too.
In Baltimore City, his case.
Come to find out, 3 of them had ankle monitors on.
Disturbingly familiar to Kamaya Lawson and her husband David, the couple, the victims of a carjacking in Hamden, July 1st. That crime caught on camera. The 5 suspects in that case, also juveniles. 3 of them, police say, were also wearing ankle monitors. Another example of juveniles released, only to reoffend. Lawson frustrated over what's happening.
I heard.
And this is what I was talking about earlier. You have a husband and wife team here, carjacked, right? So again, look at all the victims. I don't give a care what people are talking about, the criminals. I don't care. Look at the victims. This woman, she has a small child and her husband, and they're carjacked. No. Time out for that. He's been to jail so many times, he should just work for them. Job for 9. Nick, yes, beautiful family. And look what happened to them. Good afternoon, Steve. How you doing, love? Big bag. Yeah, I'm saying, get these kids out, off the streets. My mom and grandma raised me, and I never wanted to make my mother mad because she would grab whatever she could. MAGA, that's right. Prosperity has an excellent point. They don't monitor those. With all of those, the people that robbed this couple had ankle monitors, I think, all but one. Yeah, no one checks on them.
About like the diversion program that they've been having with youth. Basically, they're going in and coming out and going in and coming out without any consequence. And I'm like, what's the point?
In this latest case, police say a woman was carjacked at about 5:30 a.m. on July 27th on East Lanville Street near Hargrove Street. A dark-colored sedan pulled in front of her. 3 suspects jumped out, demanded her keys and wallet, then drove off.
And probably a woman who was on her way to work at 5:30 in the morning, and she gets carjacked by children. Get at it. Right, Nick? No checks, no balances. Hit that like button. We have 50 people in here. Only 37 people have hit that little thumb. The little thumb is to your left. If you don't see it, you have to leave the live and come back. Yeah, I'm done. I'm looking at the victims now. I don't care. Lock them up.
In her car, while the other vehicle followed. Later that same day, police responded to Madison Avenue, where a woman told officers she'd been robbed at about 5 a.m. that morning on East 24th Street. Suspects in a black sedan rolled up. 3 suspects jumped out with a gun, took her purse and her house key.
Wow. 18 prior arrests, and he was still released.
Mm-hmm.
Fitzgerald, what's going on? How can that even be?
This is unfortunately the status quo at the Department of Juvenile Services. Well, they have a philosophical approach where they...
Randy, that's what I'm praying for. These people in these liberal cities, if you don't have something to protect yourself, Randy, we need people to lay some of these people out like Family Guy, and some of this foolishness would stop. That's the point. That's where I'm at right now. Randy, exactly. People need to arm themselves so you have a chance. Hit that little thumb, folks, the like button, please. Thank you. Share this stream out, Randy, on your social media pages. Thank you, love. This is what the Bible tells us. Yeah, that's biblical. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Oh my God. Peace by still. Yeah, peace be still. Prosperity. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not either, Jeremiah, but this is ridiculous. The people out trying to go to work, their lives are in danger. So don't come to me talking about these are kids. I don't want to hear it. I don't.
Don't believe in detention no matter what. And I actually remember during the legislative session, Senator Jeffrey Wallstreicher, I'm almost positive he's the vice chair of the Judicial Procedural Committee. And I remember he was pressing the old DJA Secretary Vincent Schiraldi, and he asked him, do you guys have a substantive way of how you actually calculate recidivism, or do you track it? And that's something that he couldn't answer. Yeah. So
because they arrest them, they take them back to the station, and then they just release them. They're kids.
People think that maybe this new DJS secretary that's coming in, Betsy Salatino Fox, will be somewhat of a change or a difference. And that's unfortunately probably not going to happen, because this is the philosophical approach, even just from the Moore administration too also. So DJS, they have this intake sheet, the intake specialist, where they use it as a fair mechanism to not over-incarcerate these children that constantly are in the system. But it's just a mechanism that they use.
What is the incentive? Where is the incentive for them to not commit crimes? There is none.
Ultimately, to throw those kids back into the streets and then allow them to recidivate, unfortunately. So this is big problem that the governor hasn't been able to get under control. And that's why I find it so offensive when I see him on national news television telling this crime reduction record, where actually the Department of Juvenile Services is a total mess. And I find it so insulting for him to say, oh, well, in Baltimore City, instead of 350 Black men dying this year, it's about only 250 or so, something like that. But this is an issue where I think the only time we will be able to solve it is if there's a change in leadership in the governor's office.
Absolutely.
And with some new members in also the General Assembly, because, you know, that's the most high profile position as the governor, and everyone's focused on him, rightfully so. But unfortunately, a lot of our voters in Maryland aren't necessarily familiar with who are their delegates are, who their state senators are. And that's not on the voter. That's not their fault. That's on the politician. It's an incumbent on them to make themselves very omnipresent and ubiquitous in the community and talk to them about these issues. But them to also the legislators, they fully support not detaining any of these children and then allow them to eventually recidivate, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. So, Nicole, let's talk about these numbers, because this is something that I really looked into and I was a little confused.
Okay, hit the like button for me, folks. Nick, my wife had high blood pressure trying to verbally discipline my daughter. Just take the iPad and phone away and spend time with them when you're available. Nick, that's an excellent point. Parents are so quick to give them electronics, and that keeps them, you know, busy. You need to spend time with your child. You're absolutely right.
Look at juvenile arrests in Baltimore City. They are down. They've been going down year by year. So
don't forget, those that are new here, some crimes have been reclassified. Some crimes were not reported. So we keep hearing that crime is down, but we don't know if that's accurate or not. You know, Mayor Bow Wow in DC is being investigated because the books were cooked. The numbers aren't accurate. So I don't know if this lady's normally pretty good. She's talking about Baltimore stats right now. I don't know if her numbers are accurate. It wouldn't be her fault, because in these blue cities, they're not telling us the truth.
From 2010, which we had 5,525 juvenile arrests, right now in 2024, there were approximately 780 juvenile arrests. Mm-hmm. But what has increased is the major crime for juveniles has increased. Violent crime has increased. So they keep touting, the Democrats tout that no, juvenile arrests are down. But in actuality, the major crimes, violent crime, is up in juvenile arrests.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on what's going on here?
Well, you know, again, we can make a statistics say anything we want it to say. You can fudge the numbers when.
That's what's been going on, folks. We talked about that. Hi, Lanita.
You're not looking at whole numbers. And I keep saying this, people say crime is down. And my reply to that, as compared to what? As compared to being the murder capital of the world? Yeah, you knock 100 or two off, but you're still 200, 300 people dead, right? Tell that to the grieving families that crime is down. See how that flies with it. But here in Maryland, our juvenile justice system is not about punishment. It is about rehabilitation, right? So what they do is they arrest the juvenile, they call their parent, and let them know that, you know, we have your kid, this happened. And then they release this child who's not getting any parental support, who doesn't have any community support, right back into the same situation that he was in before. He or she was in before. So we're not getting any fix. What they're learning is I can do what I want and move with impunity. No one's going to do. Who's going to check me, boo? Well, they're going to put me in detention center with my friends so I can learn to be a better criminal.
Right. Well, he was put on, and he had the ankle monitor on too.
So his friends knew where he was. But let me tell you, when they talk about these juvenile detention centers, they just had a big study done where there's drugs, alcohol, sexual abuse. I mean, it has run amok. Now, to his credit, Governor Moore did release the secretary who was over top of the DJS, but that wasn't the guy who was in charge of watching these kids. You know, you can't cut off a piece of fruit and expect the rotten tree to die.
Sergeant King, thank you for your service, sir. Baltimore sounds like a third world country. Sergeant King, Baltimore has looked like a third world country since the 80s. I just dropped another truth bomb. They have, and maybe even before that I'm not aware of. But Baltimore's had third world status since the beginning of time. Here we go.
You got to dig down in the roots. And the roots for us is, like you said, in our state legislature. Yeah. We have so many hysterical, uber liberal Democrats in our state legislature who say simple things like, we're not going to charge a kid with a felony for stealing more than $2,000. Well, it seems like an arbitrary number, but the $2,000 is the cost of a cell phone. So if a kid steals another kid's cell phone, it won't be a felony, right? So they're looking at little tiny things where they can tweak the system. And their pushback is that they want to give children an opportunity to grow up, even if they make a bad decision. Here's my pushback. 13 bad decisions, 14, 18 bad decisions. 18. It tells me that we're failing these children. We're failing them because he's little now. Give him about 5 years. Yeah. When he's big like Fitz, and he wants your wallet, and Yana's out of pepper spray. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to jump him. Where's Shelly with the guns? It's gonna have to go down.
Forget the pepper spray. Again, some of these people, like who said it earlier? Randy said some of these teenagers are gonna have to be laid out like Family Guy. How you doing, Beverly? Hey, that's just where we are at this point. These are violent crimes. People's lives are in danger. People are being unalived as well. So, no, some people are going to have to be laid out.
We have got to stop allowing the children to dictate the terms of justice. We as adults have to say, okay, you made one mistake. Yeah. We'll work it out. But you can't stay at home with your parents because they don't know how to control that, right?
So what about in Maryland? There have been they updated the laws for juvenile justice this year. So do you all see any change?
How you doing, Caesar? Beverly, how you doing, love? Hit that like button, folks. We have about 50 people in here. Only about 43 have hit the little thumb. Share this stream out, Caesar and Beverly. Thank you so much. Detroit HP is in the house. How you doing, love? Lanita, I live in Akron, Ohio, which we often call Little Cleveland. All these cities. Okay, everyone listen to what Lanita says. I'll pin her comment. She says, and we know they're blue, all these cities cook the books on murder and crime stats. Lanita, that's why Trump is investigating Bow Wow now, okay? The mayor of D.C. The public knows better, but the media, they do a poor job of reporting it. And we know who's running the media. Boom, there we go. They've been cooking the books for decades. Thank you, Sergeant. Yes, they've been telling lies. Bach Mari, how you doing, love? Hit the like button. Howdy, everyone. Norfolk, Virginia is in the house. Still working. That's okay. He works hard for the money. We're glad you're here. All right, here we go.
Change happening with those updates? Because it looks like some of them, juveniles aged 10 to 12 can now be charged with specific felonies. I think before it was 15 or so. The probation periods, maximum initial probation period is 2 years, extended from 1 year under the prior law.
There won't be a change because when these children interface with the juvenile justice system, they need a service.
Yes,
that's a requirement of the department, and there are about total really should be 12 different DJS facilities, and 4 of them are closing. And that's an issue. So when the child comes in, a lot of progressives, they like to talk about rehabilitation. Well, rehabilitation is not putting an ankle monitor on a child and then tell him to go back on the street and then commit more crime.
Absolutely.
That's not what that is at all.
Exactly. Lanita, thank you for your support, love. I just shared some hearts in the comment section with you. But we are slow in the south. Okay, Sergeant. Sounds like to me parents need parenting classes. Tina, lots of times they just have kids, they don't raise them. I told you they'll send them to school and they haven't done anything to raise them. They think that's our job too. Right. So again, Tina, how many times have you heard me say parenting or lack thereof is what creates the pipeline from the school to the prison, not me. Tina, you've been here forever. You know. I have a cousin in Michigan. Not sure if it's Detroit though. Okay, Jeremiah. Caesar, shout out. Yes, HP is in the house. Here we go.
We need drug rehabilitation programs first and foremost, because the children are using hard drugs too, also, not just marijuana. Sometimes the street level marijuana, it is can be laced with fentanyl too. Also, the children need vacational programs. These children actually we should look at even maybe boarding school for these children. Their parents.
Yes, D. That's a primary issue. Yes, D. Yes. You're absolutely right.
To show that they don't possess the skill or the dexterity to have their children under control, and now they're a threat to public safety. So the department needs to be reformed and overhauled, turned on its head, and give these children an actual service when they interface with the department or an intake specialist for that matter.
Yeah. Make no mistake, Maryland has enough programs. We've got a program about.
And again, you have programs in place. Democrats want to continue to throw money at failing programs. They're not working. Try something new.
Programs about other programs.
That's what I was going to say. So, Fitzgerald, you're correct when you're saying that.
Would you say, Sergeant, lack of men, not males in these communities? Yes, Sergeant. Yes. James, corporal punishment. I wish. So what do you guys think? What do you think we should do? Hit that little thumb, the like button, please, folks. Thank you.
Philosophical approach that our legislatures have, because the philosophy that they have is Marxism.
Absolutely.
That is the philosophy that they're leaning against when they're making these policies, where they believe that there has to be rehabilitation, which they don't really provide. But regardless, they don't believe that these children deserve real punishment, and it all stems from this idea. Well, these kids come from a difficult upbringing, underserved communities, so we can't punish them because they're victims to begin with. So that's the philosophy.
No lies were detected in her statement.
That they're pulling this from, but it's not working. It's an experiment that they're doing on us, on regular citizens, and on these children as well. It's an experiment that they think somehow they will transform, which they're just getting worse. And the only way that I see to approach this is true, they have to be taken off the streets. We have to go after their families. Their parents need to be charged with neglect, because that is neglect. If your kid is doing drugs, if your kid is robbing and going around the streets late at night, you're neglecting your kid. So there have to be serious consequences for the parents or whoever the guardian is. If the child is under a state supervision, also the same type of consequences should be going towards whoever is running the group home or wherever this kid is staying.
There's got to be some accountability somewhere, right? The problem that you find is that a lot of these children are maybe 15, 16 years younger than their parent, right? Who's still in the streets doing their thing.
So they all should be charged.
I thought that was the boarding school thing was a very good idea.
Thank you.
Well, they have the seed school. I know the one in DC. I know they have one here in Baltimore too, but the one in DC is a public charter boarding school. So the kids are there from Sunday to Friday evening.
Okay, Jeremiah, I don't think you saw my comment. Yeah, if a lot of people are commenting at the same time, I may miss your comment, Jeremiah. I don't know if she rocks still. Okay. Stop blaming the weapon. Okay, Lanita, we have so many feral children and parents in Akron public schools. They are 40% functionally illiterate, graduating high school based only on attendance and minimal work, if any, dumb as a box of rocks. Take that from Lanita, a retired educator. She is saying what I cannot say because I'm still an educator. No lies were detected in her comment. And she's in Ohio. I'm in North Carolina. It's still the public school system in America. It's a failure, okay?
Parents come and pick them up. Someone comes to pick them up and they bring them back like late Saturday night. So they're only home like a day. but they managed to get arrested. They managed to get pregnant.
Yeah, that's
They
not
have managed to
rewarding.
do all that kind of thing. Well, the staff need a break. Let me tell you, because there are a lot. My sister is one of the leaders at the school, and I've been there many, many times. And some of the kids, you have to win the lottery to get in. You are very excited. They want to learn. It's a small learning environment. They take wonderful trips. They learn lots of new things. But some of the children are there under court order. So when you have kids who are actually wanting to learn and do the right thing, mixed in with someone that the judge said, rather than lock you up for what you've done, I'm going to send you to the school.
No.
It turns into a very nasty situation.
I mentioned that to you before. Sometimes, thanks a lot, judges. A child gets in trouble. They will go to court. The judge tells them, you go back to school or you're going back to jail. So they come to school, but they don't come there to learn. They come because they're told to come. And they do nothing but cause problems for everyone else. I'm speaking for teachers. I'm speaking for students. Told you, I can tell you what I'm familiar with and not what I've been told, but from personal experiences. Jeremiah, we hear about the Black community having a lot of single parents, usually the mother, but my father was a white single parent. Yeah, Jeremiah. And you know, some single parents do okay. But like they were saying earlier, sometimes the parents are out in the streets too, just like the kids, because they had them when they were young and they're still trying to relive their teenage days, not realizing, oh, I'm a parent. I don't need to be in the street. I need to be parenting, but they don't do that. So that's where we are. How you doing? Shazzy is back. That's okay. Hit the like button, love. We're glad you're here. So this was an excellent commentary. I wanted you to.
It's unfair
Absolutely.
to the children who do want to learn and who actually, maybe they just have a difficult situation at home. Like that is not fair. And those that commit crime need to be detained. And I'm sorry, but they might be a lost generation. So the ones that have 18 felonies at 13 years old, I'm sorry, there's nothing you can do for this kid.
This lady is intelligent. I agree with what she's saying.
The only way that he might learn if he sees very harsh consequences.
Thank you. And that's pretty much the crux of what they were saying. And I wanted to show you a couple other things. All right. Okay. And I've already shared that with you. So yes, they did ask. Trump said beautiful Black women. And of course, the liberals don't like that. They don't want him saying anything about Black people because he's the biggest racist ever born in the world. We ignore these people. They're nuts. They just are. All right. Yeah, that's popping politics. They're pretty good. Let me show you this here. All right. And then I'll also go on TikTok. Hit that like button, folks. We have over 50 people in here. Perfect. So this story is developing as we speak. I love it. I'll share another clip with you. All right. Here we go. How you doing, Baldwin Birds? Yeah, let's deport them. Okay, Baldwin Birds. Oh my goodness. All right. Hit that little thumb. All right, let's listen to this.
There are signs that crime is on the decline in Washington, but where is it going? Tonight, there are real concerns that the crime war here in Maryland could soon be growing more fierce. With the National Guard on the ground in Washington, the crime rate appears to be slowing. Carjackings are down 83%.
Everyone see that? Put that on the full screen for you. Okay? All right. Here we go.
Robberies down 46%, car thefts 21%, and overall violent crime down 22%. But is crime really taking a break, or is it simply moving elsewhere?
One of the primary theories of crime prevention in American law enforcement is the theory of displacement. If you can get a criminal to go outside of your jurisdiction, in other words, that's a success for that jurisdiction.
But go a few steps outside of D.C., and residents in Prince George's County will tell you they're concerned about D.C. crime being pushed into Maryland.
One of the complaints I hear a lot in our communities is wanting to feel safe. And so we have a lot of people that are fearful of what the dynamic will mean.
A lot of that depends on where these criminals have ties. So they have ties to places like Baltimore City or Fairfax, Virginia. You know, if they're in a street gang, they can go other places that the street gang is active.
The president hasn't ruled out sending the Guard to help keep the peace in Baltimore, but the governor has taken a firm stand that the president's help is not welcome.
Donald Trump, if you are not willing to walk our communities, keep our name out of your mouth.
It's unfortunate when you have a mayor and a governor who are literally speaking out against law and order.
Betsy Smith with the National Police Association fears Maryland's resistance to the National Guard could actually attract criminals, especially since police departments in Baltimore and other jurisdictions are facing critical staffing shortages.
I would encourage political leaders to not politicize this. If they don't like the other side, if they don't like the Trump administration, that's one thing. But I don't believe that they should be openly inviting criminals who are being stopped from doing their criminal deeds in the District of Columbia.
So far, this crime war in Washington has netted police with more than 600 arrests and some 90 illegal guns. Jeff Abel, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you.
Yeah, and if you weren't here earlier, we were talking about the reasons that the Democrats, they don't want the crime decreased. As long as you're living in a crime-ridden community, you're poverty-stricken, you're depending on them. They have you right where they want you. You cannot make it on your own. And that's why I look at, if you weren't here a couple of videos ago, I actually did some research, real research. And I think I chose LA and Detroit and a few other cities that have been blue since the beginning of time. Some of them have not had a Republican mayor since the 1800s. I'm just saying. Yes, Caesar, the Democrats are huge fans of criminals. They're on the wrong side. Let them stay, keep that same energy. They'll just continue to lose. Because again, look at it. Look at people that didn't even vote for Trump. They didn't vote for him. They're asking him to come. Nemo, how you doing? How are you? Hit the like button, love. So let them continue to do what they're doing. They're self-imploding. I love it. The Republicans don't have to do too much. I have another clip for you. And I got to show you something else that I found. When I'm preparing for the live, I try to find as much as I can. Now, through the week, I don't have as much time, for researching because I'm usually trying to jump on as soon as I get off from work. But I just wanted to show you. Yesterday, I'm sure some of you heard, Trump was handing out free pizzas to the National Guard. He was visiting with the National Guard. Everyone, people, I'm going to show you on TikTok. People are feeling safer than they've ever felt. And again, the Democrats are against, they're against it. What the heck? They don't care. And again, who's their largest voting demographic? Black Americans. Don't you see these people despise you? Can't you see these people hate you? Trump is trying to save your life, but you have these black puppets and black shields saying, oh, It's stop and frisk all over again. And Soros has white people out there in Washington protesting. I was on the video earlier. They want Trump, the National Guard, the federal agents. They want these people gone. We know they were bussed in from Soros. They don't live in those communities. Stop it. Oh, liberal politicians doubling down. Voters can't justify it anymore. No, Nick, I don't understand. Maybe I don't have more than 2 brain cells. Make it make sense to me. The people you keep voting for want you to continue to live. And Black people are dying in droves at the hands of other, primarily Black males, other Black people. The Democrats don't say a word. Soon as a white police officer or a white person does something to a Black person, they come out of the woodworks like roaches. When you turn on the lights and the roaches, here they come. Okay? All right, listen to this.
Good time, fellas. Thank you, sir. I will see you again. We'll celebrate.
Sounds good.
Be safe. So let's go have something to eat. You're going to like the hamburgers? Would you rather have hamburgers from the White House or pizzas from a good place, huh? I think you want, they want the hamburgers. Have a good time, everybody. We've had some incredible results. The results have come out, and it's like a different place. It's like a different city. It's the capital. It's going to be the best in the world. We're going to do what you're doing with law enforcement. And very importantly, also, we're going to physically do it. We're going back to Congress for some money, and we're going to redo a lot of the pavement, a lot of the medians, a lot of the graffiti's all coming off real fast. It's going to come down real fast. We're working with Clark Construction. They're one of the big ones. They're the biggest here by far, actually. And we're going to be not so much building, it's cleaning and fixing and redoing and putting brand new surfaces down on your roads and streets.
Okay, that is wonderful. Who can say something bad about that? So it doesn't matter, folks, what he does. They're not going to say anything positive. We know that. Nothing new to see here. I have one more clip to show you. And then we'll go to TikTok. Okay. We'll go to TikTok. And we'll listen to a few people, and then we'll be done.
Okay, hello. It's a healthy, attractive looking group of people. It's good. Well, I just want to thank everybody very much for being here. I wanted to do this. We've had some incredible results. The results have come out, and it's like a different place. It's like a different city. It's the capital. It's going to be the best in the world. We're going to do what you're doing with law enforcement. And very importantly, also, we're going to physically do it. We're going back to Congress for some money, and we're going to redo a lot of the pavement, a lot of the.
And we heard that. I just wanted you to hear the other part. But listen, folks, it doesn't matter what this man does. Is he perfect? No, he is not. Right, Jeremiah? Lanita. Cities profiting off crime, especially the school to prison pipeline. Cities and schools get private and federal state money for programs. Notice if the majority of them don't work in crime, yeah, they don't work. But they want, what do the Democrats do? Just keep asking for money. They keep throwing money at failing programs. Before Randy and I got married, I tried joining the Air Force. I figured, how bad could it be? It was mostly men. My God. Jason, the Democrats have the most appropriate animal for their logo. Yes, perfect. Hit that like button, folks. We're almost to 60 likes. Woohoo! Let me go on TikTok because they keep saying. Now, I will say, some of the black shills, they're telling black people to get attorneys. Now, let me say this. I've already shared footage with you of some of the National Guard and the federal agents in some of those communities You see people out heckling them, cursing, using bad, foul language, perpetrating, keeping the stereotypes alive. And I'm just saying, just step back, let them do your job. And again, I would have no qualms with, if I live, at a place like that, if they asked for my ID. Again, I'm not out committing any crimes. I don't have any warrants. What's the problem? So, and let me ask you this. Since the federal agents, the National Guard is there, where are all of these Democrats, the ones who were flying down to El Salvador, the ones who are out here getting arrested because they're out there assaulting ICE in front of detention centers because they're fighting and crying over illegals? I haven't seen them, because there have been several arrests. I have not seen any of them show their faces in any of these Black communities. And these are the people that vote for them. Why are you voting for people that hate you and despise you? They're over at the detention centers, right, for illegals. They were in El Salvador. Nemo says facts. Yes, but you vote for them. They're not doing anything for you. They don't do anything for any Americans. I've said it. The Democrats discriminate against Americans. Why, oh, why would you vote for them? Prosperity. Brandon also offered the illegals federal funding from the Chicago flood. Yes. Yes, he needs to go. Like yesterday. I'm just saying. Yeah, spitting on the American flag, burning the American flag. They do whatever. Yeah, so again, where are all of these Democrats and Black shields, Black mayors, Black politicians, Ben Crump, Al Sharptongue? I don't see them in these Black communities where some of the Black people are saying we're being harassed, we're being falsely arrested, and all these things. They haven't said a word. Wake up, people, wake up. They do for whoever's willing to funnel money back into their bank account. Boom. Right, MAGA. But when it's time to vote, they're right back there in the Black church. Shaking hands with the Black preacher, and then the Black preacher tells the Black congregation who to vote for. Get out of here. That nonsense. No way. Nope. Not doing it. Nope. So that's where we are with that, folks. And again, that's totally, to me, unacceptable. And let me show you some TikToks. And like I said, hopefully we can hope and pray. Next voting cycle, they see who's cleaning up their communities. I'm saying I have watched so many clips in preparation for this live. And I mean, when you see people, and I don't mean some of them aren't young, and they're saying this is the first time they've ever felt safe. But who have they been voting for 50, 60 years or longer? Democrats. Sad, even a lot of inner city Black churches are talking against the military stomping on the crime. Yes, they're telling Black people not to join the military. Anyone that listens to these morons, I just don't know what to say. The military is an excellent, how you doing, Retro Game Grub? Okay, thank you. Hit the like button, love. Thank you. The military is an excellent opportunity. Most of you know I'm here at Fort Bragg, Pope Air Force Base. Most of my students are military. Their parents are, either in the Army or the Air Force. And I have a lot. So obviously, military is a big deal here where I live, right? And I tell students it's an excellent opportunity. I'm never going to tell some of the black shields are telling black people, no, don't go to the don't go to the military. They don't like black people. And now I think the military, there's something, I don't know if you heard about this. I'll go ahead and tell you since I'm talking about the military. Black men have, I forgot the name of the condition, but black men have a skin condition. If they shave, their face swells up with bumps. And now I think they're changing it because black men before had a medical excuse, which this is actually something with black men. It's a skin issue. If they shave their skin, all these bumps pop up. They get ingrown hairs. It's just a bad looking situation, right? Yes, MAGA. Right. But the black church doesn't speak against strip clubs, but against the military. Sergeant, exactly. I tell as many students that will listen, go into the military, have a good life. You have your health care, you have your career, you travel the world, go. I'm never going to tell someone not to join the military. That's not who I am. And my dad was in the military, so I would never say that. Listen to this, folks.
Listen to this.
Are you from the area of DC? Are you a tourist?
Born and raised.
You're born and raised in DC. Are you here are you working in the area or just tourists right now?
Not far from here.
Where do you, if you don't have to tell me, but where do you work?
I work at a law firm
So you're an attorney?
No, but I assist.
Oh, cool. So what are your thoughts on today? We're talking about DC crime rates. Is it safe to live in DC? Do you agree with President Trump federalizing for 30 days to sort of stamp down on crime? What are your thoughts?
I agree with it. I was born and raised in the district, and I've never seen the things that I see today with children as young as 3 years old being shot. I mean, where does that happen? I think it's a bad idea to fear.
They just did a new poll, and 91% of the people in DC supported Trump on this issue, right? The people that live there are scared to walk around. If he did the same thing in Chicago, a majority of Chicago people, even Democrats, would support this because they might not want to tell it, but they're scared. They're scared. These cities are dangerous. If the crime is going down, people who are saying the crime is going down don't live there.
Yep.
They probably live in some Republican state.
Yeah.
People getting shot 2 years old. You go tell a mother who watched her son get shot, the crime is going down. Nobody cares. Listen to this.
So again, I have several to show you. Don't go anywhere. Hit that like button, share this stream out. Here we go.
Do you not understand that this is what the residents want? I'm not talking about the bougie upper echelons, bougie blacks. I'm talking about the everyday grandmas that have to deal with these homeless people peeing and pooping on their steps, and then they have to clean it up. They don't feel safe when they walk into their neighborhood. The gangs and the dope boys are just standing around the corner, do you not understand this is what they want? I remember working with a community leader and somebody had just gotten shot. This is like 5 years ago. And I remember her praying and she said, Crystal, we're going to have to invoke the National Guard. And that was so foreign to me. Yep. Now I understand these people are helpless. And I'm not talking about the bougie black people that live in their gated communities with their new bills. I'm talking about the everyday grandmothers. And I'm so glad that President.
So, yeah. Okay, now we know some people are against it, but look at this. They had a murder-free week. Look at this. Look at this. There's no sound for this one, but a murder-free week after the federal takeover. Is anyone tired of all this winning? Nope, not me. Okay. So, yeah. Jeremiah, my father's father, World War II and Korean War veteran. Okay, I thank them for their service. Yes. I'm not tired of winning. So let me show you. Oh, God, let me show you this so you can throw up your dinner. Now look at Karen Bass. Take away the B.
I'm very concerned about that. And not only that, I'm concerned about the way he is rolling that out in Washington, D.C., which is essentially going after young Black and brown youth in Washington, D.C., imposing a curfew, saying that if they violate the curfew, the parents could be charged $500, saying that the kids could be detained and arrested. We've tried those policies before. They do not work. And it's my understanding that crime was going down in Washington. So what is the purpose of this? I'm very...
Oh, God, I can't with her. Oh, my God. Nick, those books are cooked. They've been cooked. These Democrats have been cooking these books for years. It's all coming out. It's being exposed. My idea, they said, was the first murder-free week in 35 years. Yes, over 35 years. Yes. Yes, Prosperity, tell Karen Bass to stop the lies. God knows. So let me show you.
7 days without a homicide. And that's not all. Carjackings are down 83%. Robberies are down 46%. Car thefts down 21%. And overall violent crime is down 22%. 7 days without a homicide.
Everyone see these comments over here? Dems will lose more black votes at this rate. Yeah, they are. Brent, you're back. Hello, love. How you doing? Brent says, Trump is a goofball. I love that man. Trump is directly involved in my journey back to health. I would probably not, be alive without Trump. The evil wants us divided. Brent, that's right. Evil wants us divided and God wants us together. So I'm on God's side. Oh my God. I'm with you, Brent. Hit that like button, love. So look at that. So Democrats are running scared. Oh, okay, Brent. Thank you so much. Brent is a new subscriber, so we got to make him feel welcome. So let me show you this lady.
MAGA, are you home? Are you awake? Are you awake yet? Do you see what's happening? He's taking over the DC City Police.
President Trump earlier saying he's deploying the National Guard to the nation's capital and placing police under federal control now.
I can't believe I'm having to say this, but it is martial law.
Black people are committing crimes. You can't go to jail unless you commit a crime. You don't get arrested and go to jail unless you commit. Continues to have boots on the ground in Washington, D.C. There was a video that popped up just like, was it last night or this morning? I had looked at it. Was a black man walking through, it looked like right in front of the White House. He was walking around and he was alluding to the fact of it is a wonderful thing that Donald Trump has done what he's done because he's actually made a difference when it comes to crime. Roll the clip.
Man, down the city is quiet as a church mouse, man. I came all the way down Pennsylvania Avenue this morning. So peaceful, yeah. I don't smell no weed, yeah. I don't see no homeless people. I mean, I came all the way through the southeast side, all the way down here. You see now I'm at the White House, jump, man. It's quiet, yeah. It's a shame that it takes somebody to have to sit in your classroom in order for you to be in order, yeah. Because that's what it feels like, yeah. You gotta be babysitted to do your job, yeah. Stepping out of control for years. You gotta do better, yeah. You gotta do better, yeah. And mainly, young, you got the problems. It's us, man. It's always us giving everybody a bad name, yeah. We'll see how long this lasts, yeah. How many murders was it last night? How many carjackings was it last night? Talk to me. And y'all keep on posting all these data numbers and things of that nature that y'all see everybody else reposting the stuff that came from the Metropolitan Police Department and the mayor, yeah. Let me tell you something, yeah. Let me tell you something. You can't be that stupid. You can't be, man. Who enters that information to get that data analysis, yeah? People do. Yep. You can enter whatever numbers you want to make whatever report show what, but you can't hide the crime, yeah? You can't do it. Let me give you something to break it down to you for those that don't understand. I'm retired from UPS, right? So what they used to do to play with the numbers or whatever, we have mission packages. You'll have drivers over the hours. They'd go in and enter the information and the report would show whatever they needed to show to keep their bonus that week for their bosses not to fire their. So stop believing that stuff. You know?
So, yeah. So if you go on social media, oh my God. Yeah, it's everywhere.
And the voice
that you hear.
All right, this one stopped playing. Okay. All right. So I had TikTok playing and then it crashed. So, but you get the gist of what I was sharing with you. This is great. And MAGA, I wish all Americans would realize other countries look up to us and follow our example. So if we could get it together and get along, maybe everyone else would fall in place. That's actually an excellent statement, MAGA. I'm not as veteran Florida, I'm not sure what Citizen Kane is telling me here. True numbers can be fixed, but reality never changes. Yeah, and so they've been lying. Only God knows how many lies, how many years they've been cooking the books and how many years they've been lying. We don't know. And it is what it is, folks. And all I can say is I'm glad that it's being exposed. And sorry, not sorry. I love it. And I don't care with the people talking about stop and frisk. We know that was controversial in New York, but it did work. Again, at this point, I'm saying take care of the people who were trapped in these communities, who wind up becoming crime victims of these criminals. And I watched a short earlier. He was talking about how the Democrats are cooked. The Democrats are cooked. See if I can get this. I'll try to share this with you if it will play. Because again, we don't need to so much. How you doing, Stephen? Yeah, Chicago's next. And you know, I will be reporting on that. I'll come in as soon as I leave school and I'm going to jump on it. ZG, in New York, we are in trouble with this Madami issue. ZG, how you doing, love? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already. We are glad you are here. Now, excuse me. Again, whether you believe the numbers or not, and I don't, you cannot deny talking to people who are living there, boots on the ground, hearing their honest analysis. They're not being paid. They're just telling you what's going on and what's been going on. Lanita, Jasmine only cosplays a Texan. She is a tether suspect and actually from a well-to-do family. Lanita, I did a video on that. Yeah. She's been exposed as being fake. There's so many videos out on her now. Oh my God. I mean, people just laughing, glad that she finally lost her seat. She's been exposed. In this day of the internet, if you are a phony, it is very difficult to hide. Very difficult. So let me see if I can share this short with you. And this is what the Democrats need to be focusing on. They are in trouble, folks. I'm telling you. Real trouble. Listen to this.
Hey, Democrats, man, y'all cook, bro. I'm talking about, man.
Okay, I have to. He has some music playing. If you can, just read the captions. He's talking about how it's over for the Democrats. I think you can see the captions. He's playing music, and I don't want to be copyrighted. Internet is undefeated. Boom. Can everyone see what this guy is saying in this short? If not, I will read it to you. If you can't see it. Okay. Yeah, he's talking about how the dear Democratic Party, it is over for you. That's what he's talking. He's talking about. He has Asians, Latinos, Filipino Americans hitting him up in his inbox saying we're all MAGA. Okay. And so, hey, I think it's over too, because all the Democrats are going to continue to do is chase after criminals and support criminals. When the rest of us are like, no. Did anyone hear about Gloria Gaynor? Trump wanted to give her an award, and now all of these Black Democratic shills, puppets, gatekeepers are telling her not to accept the award because it's from Trump and he's a fascist and he's a racist. Has anyone heard about that? I wanted to share a short clip on. I was watching Megyn Kelly earlier. So these people are just evil. Yeah, let me close this out. Okay. Anyone hear about that? Sergeant, because they're saying don't accept anything from him. He's fascist. And he's doing it, and you're a token Black. You can't win. If he does something for Black people, they're upset. Yeah, if he does something for Black people, they're upset and say it's tokenism. If he doesn't do anything for Black people, it's because he's a racist. So just forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Don't try to appease these people. You cannot. Yes, yeah, and the Black people trying to make her feel bad, and she was nothing but a one-hit wonder, and this is just tokenism. I mean, they are just horrible. Horrible. So tell me what you think about this. If I were her, this is your life, your award. You go get it, girl.
Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive, is one of the people nominated by Donald Trump for a Kennedy Center Award, a Lifetime Achievement Award. And that's nice. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, it's a Kennedy Center Award. So the Black, not just Black Americans, you know, the Rainbow Mafia, the Alphabet Mafia, Gloria Gaynor, that song, I Will Survive, was real big in the gay community. So they're coming after her too, telling her, do not accept her Kennedy honor from fascist, racist Donald Trump. I would say it's my award and I'm going to get it. Forget all these people. It's her life. These people are nuts. Thank you, Mayor. She sold millions. So listen to this crap.
Literally everybody in the world knows that song. It's been celebrated for decades. And so good for her. That's not exactly how the left is reacting. Here is the Atlanta Journal-Constitution's Tia Mitchell and her thoughts on this award. South 33.
I do believe, as much as the Trump administration has attacked DEI, I think they wanted a person of color on the list of Kennedy Center honorees. And to me, the fact that Gloria Gaynor is the one person of color on the list indicates that they struggled to find a person of color who would agree to be on the list, because she doesn't have a huge body of work, which is what the Kennedy Center usually picks, is people who are icons in their genre of the arts. And she's basically a one-hit wonder.
So you see how they're undercutting her, trying to belittle her and undermine what she has done. The blackety blacks. Of course, this is on the Clinton News Network, CNN. Florida, give me a break. Whoopi Goldberg. Dorian. Mayor, what an insult to Gloria. Nemo, disgusting. Yes. Sergeant, I wish I could reach out to Gloria Gaynor. I would say, please go get your award. Totally ignore these Black gatekeepers and excuse me, shills. Sergeant, whatever he does, it's all wrong. So tell her, if I could, go get your award and ignore these people. Dorian says yes, but they promote Cardi B and Sexy Red to the kids. Yeah, this is crazy. The blackety blacks. Stop it. I can't with these people. I can't. Jason said that Whoopi needs a lace job. Woo! Yes, honey, my girl, I would go get my award. You only have one life to live. Lord Jammer, I wish they would retire the Democratic plantation. And we have canceled, all of us here, on the Rollins Reviews channel has canceled the Victimhood Olympics. What is she talking about? Guacamole Kid. Have you ever seen the movie Papillon starring Steve McQueen about the French prison colony? Yes, I have, but it's been so many years ago. Yes, I've seen that. Yep. Okay. Yes, Mayor, they're jealous of her. That's it. Here we go.
Okay. Anna Navarro, too, urges Gloria Gaynor to reject the honor, saying she's a goddess and deserves all the flowers that come her way. But I wish she wouldn't accept an award from the hands of a man who has attacked the rights and history of women, people of color, and LGBTQ. The gay community in particular helped turn her signature song into an anthem. Trump is a stain on the prestige and significance of the Kennedy Center honors. Don't do it, Gloria. So now there's pressure. This is a new era. Pressure on the awards nominees in the Trump era to reject the honors that they're being offered because Trump's evil, and now they're against what they perceive as DEI.
What are your thoughts on this, folks? Victimhood Olympics has been discontinued. Yes. So they're pressuring her to not accept her award. What are your thoughts on that? Sergeant, she had the hit song, I Will Survive. She did a remake of Never Can Say Goodbye, but her anthem, I Will Survive, and the gay community, they helped her become a star off of that one song. Sergeant, yes. Jeremiah, what about other historically Black artists before her? I'm just saying, Prosperity, I lost my signal. They're still living on the plantation mentally and emotionally. Yes. Gloria Gaynor, if you see this video, go get your award. No one can take that from you. We need to give our favorite artists their flowers while they are still alive. I would go get my award. I would hold my head up high. They are pressuring her not to accept the award. And that is not right, folks. I don't like that. Lanita, FBA is checking papers and hairlines of all these Democratic cosplaying Blacks trying to speak on behalf. Yeah. My girls, the lefties are the new Looney Tunes. Woo! I love it. Jeremiah, if I could talk to her, I'd say, go with your heart. Don't listen. Yes, that's her award. No one has the right to tell her what to do. She hasn't been recognized in years. Go get your award. Jason, you have plantation fatigue. Me too. I'm sick of it. Hit that like button, folks. One more like and we'll be at 70. I am sick of this.
Oh, well, they want to have it both ways. They make all the rules, don't they? They tell you when you can receive an honor and when you must, and they tell you when you shouldn't and when you mustn't. And they do it from on high, and they do it to people who've worked hard all their lives. And the answer to that for any self-respecting artist should be F you, go away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the first thing they notice about her is her race, right? At the same time, they want to say that she's a token, basically. That's what they're saying. She's a token. You can't have it both ways. Yet they always want it both ways. And first of all, and also Sylvester Stallone, we know he was going to get one. Who are the other people there? Kiss. Now, that was the one I felt a little odd about.
What do you mean? They totally deserve it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but.
And where are we here? Tina. Yes, Tina, you were here when I did the video. Remember the Mississippi Marching Band from the historically Black university? When they accepted Trump's invitation, they caught a lot of backlash. So if he gives, when he offers Black people something, they still, you can't make them happy. Don't try it. Okay, it won't work. These same folks tried to push off Tyler on FBA and failed. Yep. Keep walking. Yeah, I love Kiss. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day.
The Kiss is a bit of a novelty band too. I mean, they're not, they're not.
But that's another one everybody knows. Literally everybody on earth. Like, they revolutionized the genre in some ways. Nobody was looking like that or acting like that. You say Kiss in the context of rock, everybody has an image in their head. They really are iconic.
Yeah.
My point is this: that commentator, she derogated Gloria Gaynor. Gloria Gaynor, the only black person on that list, was also the one who was unqualified, that person said.
According
Why
to
didn't
them,
she
right.
go after? Why didn't she go after anybody else? That's a horrible reality of these racist commissars, or these anti-racist commissars, is that they will tell you when you're an Uncle Sam, and they will tell you when you're a shining light, and they determine it. And you're not an individual, and they don't let her be one. She has to be suddenly a representative of everybody, and she can't just be Gloria Gaynor, singer.
That's so true. It's so true. And it's
okay. And I think you've seen enough. I'll share this video if you want to see it in its entirety. I will share it in the description box up under the video. I just wanted to share that with you because I'm thinking this woman has not been recognized as so far as, receiving awards. Go get your award. Ignore the race hustlers. Ignore the poverty pimps. Now, we know the alphabet mafia, if she accepts it, they are angrier than the black gatekeepers and black Bole. Oh, but my black friends doubted Obama when all the white folk went to his speeches. Nick Madison, how you doing, love? Hit that like button, please. Sergeant King, better not think for yourself. Oh my God. Now, with the Democrats, we know it's groupthink. And so now they're trying to tell a grown woman what to do. And I have a problem with that. Yep, cry me a river. Go get your award, Miss Gaynor. So when he does something for black people, they come out and give a reason as to why, and it's negative. So just forget it. Forget it. If flip-flopping Snoop Doggy Dogg can perform at a Trump gala, Gloria Gaynor can get her Kennedy Center honor while she's alive. Thank Citizen Kane. Thank you. Thank you. Say it again for the people in the back. Biden and Obama didn't do it. What are they doing? They're trying to cancel her, Citizen Kane, especially the alphabet mafia. Yes. I don't care. Go get your award. Citizen Kane just said what I said, okay? So, yeah. They were mad at Hulk Hogan. Yeah, they were talking crap about the man after he died. Let the dead rest in peace. I did a video on that too. Please leave dead people alone. I mean, you must be a miserable person if you're out here spewing hate over someone who is now deceased. Find something better to do with your time. Prosperity will be here all day talking about that. Mom's YouTube account. Hello, love. How you doing? Hit that like button, dear. They tried to cancel Dr. Ben Carson. They try to, yes, Brent, that's evil. Why would you do that to that? Well, she is an old woman now. Let her receive her flowers. Who cares who's giving it to her? God, I hope she holds her head up high and goes to receive her award. I do. Steve, DEMS took Uncle Ben off the box of rice, Aunt Jemima off the bottle of syrup. Who's now? Steve, I actually sent an email to the parent company of Aunt Jemima. I called the 800 number. I told them I'm a Black American. I do not want them to change it. We know that was during all the George Floyd BLM fraudulent activity that was going on. And I said, what about Black Americans like me? It doesn't bother me because you have Black people over here. We need representation. You have representation. You protested and then they took it off. So you can't win. You can't. Don't try. I love Aunt Jemima, and she just made your morning start on a good note. MAGA, I have not purchased their products since. Uncle Ben's, they took him off the rice. They took the man off the cream of wheat box. I don't buy those products any longer. I do not. Since they only listened to one segment of the population who is being controlled by the fraudulent Black Lives Matter, which really, even though the name of the organization was Black Lives Matter, was nothing about Black lives. It was all about money laundering and being an extended arm of the Democratic Party. That's all that was about, and we know it. We're not stupid. But the liberals left a little white girl on the salt. Yeah, Morton Salt, MAGA. Oh my God, MAGA is on fire tonight. Woo! Jason, Baby Ray, that barbecue sauce. Is that next? Oh my God. Layla, Papa, how you doing? Hey. Hit the like button, love. Oh my God. Yes, they took the Indian. Mayor, I'm still mad. I don't buy Land O'Lakes anymore. I liked the Indian woman on the butter. And they said, oh, that was racist. They took it off. I don't buy it anymore. You canceled what I like, so now I canceled them. I did. I don't buy those products any longer because they succumbed to the pressure of a fraudulent organization. And of course, the George Floyd riots were going on. And I can't. Trump is trying to bring that back for the Washington Redskins. And so, yeah. And a lot of Indians, they want it back. Lanita said, Little Debbie's still there on the Debbie cakes. Yeah. So that's what I have for you. And let me drop the link. There's only one person I don't like that's dead, but it only comes up when talking about music history, Thomas Alva Edison. And it's only because him being racist, but understanding about history. Okay, Jeremiah. Jason, but when the Obamas made that movie on Netflix, they showed the old labels on the supplies in the bunker. Oh, wow. Mary, yeah, you stopped buying it too. Those of you who were not here for the earlier live stream, you missed a doozy. I will drop that link for you now. Trump has deployed. Now, I want you to see this. Hold on. Trump has deployed the National Guard to 19 additional cities. I have a lot of new people here. Look at the link that I just dropped. You really need to check out the Black KKK and how it is operating in the Black community. All right. Can everyone see that link? Sergeant King, Robert. Let's see who else missed that live. Jeremiah, Guacamole Kid, Nemo, Lala. Please check out my video. Right, Mayor. I don't mainstream media. Nope. I'm done. The link I just dropped, the Black KKK. Please check that video out. Hit that thumb. You need to know what they're doing. The KKK is still alive and well, but it's the Black KKK. They have the Black Democratic puppet masters telling the Black gatekeepers and the Black Bole what to do and say. Very good video. As if they benefited from turning certain parts of Boston into sundown town. I will go check it out. Layla, I dropped the link, hon. It's right here. It's right here. You don't have to go find it. Check this link out, the Black KKK and how it's operating in the Black community. Check that out, love. Mom's YouTube account. Yes, check it out. This is what they're doing. They've pretty much eliminated the need for the white KKK because the Democrats just have the Black people doing it because they know. Okay, yes, hit that like button. Leave a comment. That's a very important video. I want that video to go viral. People need to wake up and see what is happening. Yes, they do. Mom's YouTube account. Subscribe and hit the like button. Yes, Mom's YouTube account. Click on that link that I just dropped, love. I want you to see the Black KKK and what they're doing to the Black community. Prosperity said she knows Blacks that have registered to be ICE agents. Okay, good. The midget KKK. Yes, I watched that too, Jason. It was hilarious. I'm thinking about applying to become an ICE agent as claimed to forgive college debt. Lala, good luck. Let us know how that goes, love. Jeremiah, they also renamed the Washington football team. Yeah, I didn't like that because I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I wanted to be Cowboys and Redskins. That's what I got used to. The Commanders, which is lame. So if you're enjoying this content, I'll be back. I have a lot of new people here. Yes, Mom's YouTube account. I'll be live tomorrow. Every Sunday I'm live, for people that don't know, at 4:00 p.m. And that is Eastern Standard Time, EST. So if you're here now, I'm going to let you go so you can enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. The Eagles are better. Doreen, don't talk about those sorry birds to me. You know I grew up in Allentown, Pennsylvania. You know I am traumatized because I was surrounded by Eagle fans. Eagles and the Philadelphia Phillies. I was surrounded. And I'm a Yankee fan for baseball. Tuesday. Okay, Prosperity, send me the links and I'll check those out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have enjoyed this live. It has been eye-opening for me. And all I can say is all of these people in the blue cities that are calling for Trump, remember this when it is time to vote during the midterms. Remember this when it is time to vote for another president. Stop voting blue no matter who. That's why you're in the shape that you're in. Please stop it. Please. I know, Lord Jammer, you're right. No, Dorian. So when Trump gets to Chicago, when the troops arrive in Chicago, as soon as I get home from work, I will jump on live. I don't know if I'll be on screen or not, but when the troops get to Chicago, hey, I'm there. I'm there. So for all of these people who are complaining, it sucks to be you, and we don't care. Because again, I am so happy for the people, the victims of these thugs, of these criminals. I will not cry. I will not march for the people that are being thrown in jail, because if you're not committing crimes, what's the problem? And I've talked to a couple of liberals and they were, oh, yeah. All I have to say, I don't have to say anything. I support this move. I'm happy for the people that can now go outside and walk without being shot down, carjacked, unalived. And all I have to say to the people that don't like it and they're saying, oh, they're violating our civil rights. I only have one thing. I'll show you. I won't say it. Just one thing. This is all I have. I don't have to say a word. And you see the violin playing, don't you? Yeah. That's all I have for you. I'm not changing my thought process. Florida's laughing at my girls. What did my girls do now? Oh my goodness. Bring out the grill, barbecue time. My husband agrees with you if you're not committing crimes. Prosperity, what are your thoughts? You live in Chicago. We know Chicago is crime-ridden. Would you have a problem if a federal agent was patrolling your neighborhood and just asked, ma'am, can I see your ID? Would you have a problem with that? Tell me. Dorian, I don't care about the NBA. They're sold out to China. So when I was younger, my dad liked the Lakers and I liked them, but I don't like their politics. They were all about that BLM movement. It just turned me off. So no. Prosperity. So what are your thoughts on that, Prosperity? Would you have Lord Jammer, the violin is so tiny I can't hear it. That's all right, as long as you can see it. Once the federal agents get to Chicago, how you doing, Katie? Thank you. Hit the like button, love. Share this. Yes, Mom's YouTube account. Share that video if you're able to on your Facebook page. Thank you. Lanita has the violin playing. Oh my God. Lanita's playing the violin. Okay, Prosperity. So tell me what will you do when the agents get there and when the military is actually deployed there? Jeremiah, okay. Yeah, I stopped when the NBA became woke. I you know, I'm not. No, I'm good. And they're sold out to China, and I was just so angry because King James was telling people he and some of the other NBA players defund the police, and so some of these cities, rampant crime got worse because some of them did lay off police officers. And I was so angry. Why would you listen to a multimillionaire who doesn't use the police force? He has private security. You, Sergeant King, Florida, Dorian, Jeremiah, Lord Jammer, Katie, Mom's YouTube account, My Girls, Prosperity, all of us, Nemo, has to call the police if something goes south. Prosperity, they're on the way. Hold on. Help is on the way. And people, the criminals, you better get ready. They are on the way. Thank God they are on the way. Every breath you take and every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you every single day. Every word you say, Maga, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. All right, Knuck and Fuss. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. Oh my God. How my poor heart aches with every step you take. Yes, the police. 1983. Woo! And you know I love Blue Eyed Soul, Hall & Oates, Private Eyes. They're watching you. They see your every move. Baby, private eyes. They're watching you. Private eyes. They're watching you, watching you, watching you. So guess what, criminals? You better have your eyes in the back of your head. The troops are coming. And I say, thank God for that. Prosperity, I'm so happy for you. I'm glad that Trump is sending federal agents. I'm glad he's sending the military. I feel good. I feel good. Prosperity, that's all right. Reinforcements are on the way. What did Trump say? Daddy's home. Reinforcements are coming. Yeah, Prosperity, I know you know the law. God bless Chicago. God bless America. God bless all of you. We have to stand with Trump. Yes. And those are the last words I have for you today. If you are enjoying this channel and you're not subscribed, please do so at this time. My time with you is done. Oh yeah, Dorian, the remix by Diddy, yeah. I tried to, Jeremiah. Citizen Kane. Oh yeah, Citizen Kane, I'm happy. I know it will be safer for you once Trump sends the federal agents. Once Trump sends the National Guard. Lanita, yeah, LeBron, oh my, people listen. Why would you listen to a millionaire? People wake up, will you? I'll be live tomorrow, 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll have another topic that I'll be discussing with you. I want you all to be safe. I've enjoyed you. I'm going to listen to some more Stones music. I'm wearing my Rolling Stone t-shirt. I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. I said, I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it, like it. Yes, I do. Yes. That woman on CNN commenting about Gloria Gaynor should be worrying about the crime in the Black community. Robert, they don't care about the crime in the Black community. Yes, Mom's YouTube. Yes. McFerrin. Thank you, Lala. Thank you so much, Lala. Lala, come back tomorrow at 4:00 p.m., dear, okay? And don't forget, though, let me drop that link again. Check out my Black KKK video. Tell me what you think. Share it out on your various social media pages. We've got to get the word out. We are preparing for the midterms. Thank you, Lala. Yeah, I like Jordan. Jordan didn't get involved in politics, and LeBron, he's always has something to say, and I don't want to hear anything. I'm not listening to anything a millionaire has to say. No, they're not living in where I live. 4:00 tomorrow, Jeremiah. Sundays is always 4:00. I do it earlier on Sunday because I have to prepare to, for work Monday. So yeah, always 4:00 p.m. on Sundays. Lord Jammer, yes, we're edging in on 15,000. We're getting close to 15,000. Let me see. We just got like another 100 people to subscribe. They're coming from everywhere. And it's because of your efforts and everything that you're doing. Every time you hit that little thumb when you watch a video, every time you share a video, yes. And those of you who are on some of the big time YouTubers channels, hey, tell them about me. If they want to come over here and if they'll let me interview them, I will. Yes, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tijuana, that's okay, love. You were here earlier. You're okay. That's okay. You missed all the good rock and roll, Tijuana. I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. I said, I know it's only rock and roll, but I like it. Like it. Yes, I do. Mom's YouTube account. Are we joining the KKK? Mom's YouTube account. You need to watch that video. They have the Black KKK operating. Yes, Lord Jammer. You know the Stones. I have my Rolling Stone t-shirt on today. Yes, you know the Stones are my favorite group. You know. Oh, man. All of you be blessed. Yes, I love you. Be safe. Tijuana, tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Another way you can help the channel. The only thing I ask of you, once I end the live stream, thank you, Florida. If you will leave a comment, when YouTube sees people leaving comments once the live stream is over, they really share the stream out. That really helps. That really helps. It does. Mike Cox. I'll try, Marga. I've reached out to so many people. Most people don't even respond to an email. So I've tried. Now, A Righteous Perspective, we're trying to set something up now, and I cannot wait. I love his content. Yes. All right, we're out of here. I've enjoyed you. I love you. Tomorrow, I hope to see you 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be safe. And I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section.